what was it? Checks. What checks did you take?
I took the $1,200 stimulus check.
Stimulus checks, right?
My wife's check and my check.
Okay.
So $2,400, and in real time, I turned that into $53,000.
Yeah.
In about 9 months.
Okay, excellent.
And then now it's over 100,000.
That's insane. So the government does help you out. 2,400 to 53,000, over 103,000 because I saw it earlier today. So my man knows crypto. My man follows crypto.
It was 103 when we talked. It's 109 now.
It's 109,000. Gentleman made a little over 6.5% this afternoon, which is $6,000, which is what I'm trying to do and he's trying to do. I found him because he's telling people, what are you going to tell people? Make $5 a day or invest $5 a day.
It's called $1 Million Cup of Coffee, right?
Okay.
And so I connect with him because we're about, I have millionaires following me, and I always say I'm not interested in making millionaires billionaires. I'm interested in making the average Joe, the cab driver, the waitress, the people that don't have 401k, we want to make you millionaires. And so the whole premise is it doesn't matter how much you're making right now. If you would literally just invest $5, eventually you will get to 100. As a matter of fact, if you invest wisely, the average person can take $5 a day and in 25 years can have $1.2 million.
That's true. And I saw there was an Oprah episode, and I know because a buddy of mine, David Bach, was on it a number of years ago, and he came out with this idea as well. And he was saying instead of going to Starbucks, I think he called it
Yes.
And she brought out
Hence the $1 million cup of coffee.
20 years, $750,000. 25 years, over $1 million.
That's it.
And that's what we want you guys to get.
Yes.
Over $1 million for the average Joe.
Yes. And think about this. If you expose your kids to this right now, if you're 20 years old right now, how old will you be in 25 years? 45.
I knew that one.
Right? So listen, we're sheep. Can I be you for a minute?
Oh, you can.
We're freaking sheep, people. What is wrong with us? No, I'm joking.
All right, good people. That's what we're talking about.
Right. We can no longer be sheep. Society tells you, go to school, get in debt, $40,000 for a college education, and live the rest of your life paying it back. Working a 9-to-5, right? To a boss that don't like you. Then you retire. You can't retire. You can't afford to retire at 62. Now you're freaking 68. Then you retire just in time for you to get sick and die. Well, think about that.
Couldn't be any more true. Now, what you left out is when you're 22 all the way to 66 and you're dead, you're stressed the whole way.
You're stressed the whole
when
way.
you're in debt for your car payment, your mortgage payment.
For those of you
so we just went through it.
For those of you that's going to live longer on a fixed income, enough that you have to make sure you go to the senior citizens time where you can get a discount or it throws your whole finances off.
2 for 1.
Right. And so that's what society teaches us. We're like herds of sheep. Come on. But we're not teaching the stuff that you're teaching.
Yeah.
Like you should be exposing your kids to this as soon as possible. Your kids should be able to retire at 48, not 68.
38 would be nice.
Exactly. 38 would be nice.
Yeah. So something I've learned in all my years in finance is when you can't do something well enough, you find someone that does it better than you. Yeah. So right now, I'm not a great crypto analyst right now. I know I like crypto. We all know I like crypto. We know where I think Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to. Yeah. But I brought somebody else on that could tell us more about current coins, altcoins, what they're good for, and which ones he likes right now. Because that's what I'm interested in. And I'm sure that's what you guys are interested in. So I'm just going to ask him to give us, tell us a couple of coins that he thinks or he's invested in or he's looking at. You don't have to invest in something to have it on your watch list.
Right.
Let's remember that. There's always the right entry point and exit strategy.
Okay. So first, we are not your financial advisor. Neither do we play one on television. Anything that we suggest is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell an equity or a stock or a crypto. All right. I had to put that disclaimer in here.
Please.
All right. We're just discussing. We're just two bros discussing. All right, so here's what I have in my list. I do have Cardano. I have Ethereum. I have Polygon, which is Matic. I have Solana, and I'm going to explain that why. I have Tezos. I have Polkadot. And for my penny bank, I have AMP, A-M-P. Reason why that's my penny bank, I got a good feeling about it. Right now it's 0.049 cent. I buy it every time it goes below 0.045 cent. I started loading. I treat it as my penny bank.
That's your alert, right?
It's my alert, right? Right. And so here's one of the things that I want people to understand. If you want to be rich, do what rich people do. I look at what the institutions are buying.
Exactly.
So what the institutions are buying right now is Solana, Cardano, and then Ethereum. And in that order.
Listen, that makes perfect sense. Let's go back to my lesson about 2 weeks ago when the market was getting beat up. And I said to you guys, what stocks do we want to be in case the market gets beat up a little more? And we looked at institutional ownership and we found stocks that had over 100%, which is weird because how can you own more than 100% of a stock?
Right.
That's easy because people are shorting stocks. So if someone owns 105% and they're 17% short, there's still 85% that's used, 15% free float for the public, which is where him and I step in.
Right.
We buy up stock like that. When the institutionals push it higher, that's when we exit out.
That's exactly. And just so he'll tell you this, institutions think it's absurd for them to pay the same amount for a stock that you pay. That is absurd. How dare you? I'm not paying what he's paying. Why? He's immortal. We're institutions.
Ooh, should we talk about institutions right now?
Let's talk about institutions.
Okay, so institutions, we all know how I feel about institutions. Institutions are here to steal from you.
Yes.
They're here to take your money.
They're here to take your money. That's their job.
They're here to grow their bank sheets.
Yes.
And make themselves very rich.
Pretty much.
And you know what they do after they're done with work?
What?
They go to the local bar. They have a beer. You'd have a beer and they cheers each other, laughing at us saying, do you know those people, those retail traders? We made them think they were going to have a U-curve recovery today.
Yeah.
And what would we do? We sold off and they're screwed. And we made money and we're having a drink.
I want everybody listening to do this right now.
Great.
Go to YouTube and type in, what does institution call retail investors' money? I'm going to say it again. What does institutions call
the retail investors' money?
I'll tell you what you're going to find on Google. Dumb money.
I didn't know that.
Do it right now. Somebody's watching right now. They're going, because you're looking at it. It's right in front of you.
Guess what my next video is called?
What?
What does institutionals do with retail money?
Exactly. Now, you're going to read further why they call it dumb money. Because we're emotional traders. We are literally, they're holding the spool of yarn and we're the cats that's just, and that's what they do.
Perfect.
That's what they do. They call it dumb money because we're easily manipulated and they take our money and then we worry about how we're going to pay the light bill or the mortgage. They worry about, is the other guy's yacht bigger than mine?
That's right.
Rich people problems.
You know what? I've never put it like that, but I do tell you guys, we only trade with math. We don't use emotion. We pick our entry point. Right. We pick our exit strategy and we put the phone down. That's it. We wait. And here's my example for the average Joe. It would be like, I love your backpack. He's got a Swiss Army backpack. It's cool. It's probably $120. He goes out, he's having lunch. Someone from another country goes up and says, sir, I'd love your backpack. I'll give you $200 for it. My man here, Larry's thinking, light bulb, $200. I'm going to sell it for $120. I'm going to go down the street. I'm going to buy the backpack for $200.
Boom.
So when we're buying options, when we pay $120 for that contract, we don't care who buys it. We're putting in the sell. Say we want to make 40%. We're going to put in the sell at like 168, 40%. It triggers automatically. Him and I are talking on the phone. Maybe we're going for a walk. Maybe he's going out to lunch with his wife. Doesn't matter. His phone's closed. He's selling. He's making his 40%, 50%. I did that twice today with Sava, S-A-V-A. Tweeted about it twice. Make the money. Take it home. Wait for tomorrow. Oh, here's a great lesson. I don't know if you teach your people this, right? I like to call myself a winner.
Okay.
All right. So I can make one trade. I can make two trades. As long as I'm done trading for the day, just two trades. That's it. I'm done. I'm a winner. I feel good when I go to sleep at night.
So what you and I was just talking about this. The problem with investing right now is we become greedy.
Oh yeah.
We become greedy. Oh, you're only making 20%? Are you crazy? Hell yeah. Like we become greedy, and it is the truth. Time in the market will outperform time in the market. All right. And so not only should we be doing these trades, these options, but we should also be doing long-term investing.
100%.
Okay? You should have a portfolio that is also long-term investing in good, solid companies. Make sure you look at the PE ratios. Make sure you see if they're EBITDA profitable. You want to look at that company and that are good long-term profitable companies for those of you that are brand new. Because when you buy a company, you're buying the CEO's ability to make you money. You're saying that CEO is way smarter at what he does in his space than I am. And so I'm paying him to increase my money. You're saying, here, Mr. CEO, here's my dollar. I want 3 back. And always remember that when you buy a stock and you're buying a company.
Excellent point. All right, you know what else I wanted to get to real quick? Just market direction, and not specifically for the entire market. I want to talk to the AMC apes out there. Okay. I know you shot a video for the AMC apes.
I did.
And I had an enlightened moment today because what I realized when the 10-year was spiking today from 131 over 140, which makes it more expensive to invest in tech stocks. Tech stocks because they don't have the earnings of the Dow stocks. So I spoke to a couple of my friends on Wall Street. I'm sure, well, I'll ask Larry if he agrees with me, but I think there's a rotation starting. Going back to Dow stocks, maybe defense plays, but plays like movie theaters, plays like casinos. We mentioned last week, Wynn hit $78. It was time to jump in. It's 84 today. Las Vegas Sands. You got Carnival, Royal Caribbean. You got the airlines, Delta, American. So I see a bit of a rotation, and that sets up well for AMC.
Okay, the very good point. So my wife worked in the industry where is a Star Plaza Theater. So I worked with everybody from Alice Cooper to LL Cool J. Took care of the acts, my wife. What I learned is venues that do concerts they do 3 times more concerts in the winter time, in the fall, winter, and spring than they do all summer. Because people are out, they're not.
But you're talking about the change or the rotation for AMC.
Rotation for AMC.
If you could just explain, because no one knows.
Now, what's going to happen is more people are going to start going into movies. Okay, because seasonal, right? So there's a lot of good things that's lining up. So also too, if you look at the last couple of blockbuster movies, every time they come out. Shang Yang, whatever the name of the new karate movie.
Good movie.
Right? Came out with stellar numbers, right? Look at what happened to AMC. Ran up.
Right.
As what's his name says, ran up bigly that day.
I thought you were going to talk about what else AMC is doing. Do you know that they're actually?
Go ahead.
Oh no, maybe okay. Because I was going to say maybe you know more than me. I think I've read one or two, no, please. I think I've read 1 or 2 articles. The point is, I believe AMC is showing football on Sundays. I think they're showing UFC fights. Right. And what a better place.
They're reaching out, and now they're talking about some sort of partnership with GameStop.
Right. I heard that as well.
So the CEO did tweet that out. Like, they don't know what that means, but it could be tournaments. Have you been to Vegas lately?
I'm going to Vegas in November to play a little poker.
They have these tournaments now that these gamers are like,
I know that.
Becoming a big deal.
Indeed.
Okay, so what is that enough to quadruple their evaluation? No, but it's showing that they are reaching out and trying new things. They're not being locked in a box, right? And the CEO has taken his cash and he's paying off debts. He's doing the right things. And so I will say this. Ask me why I have AMC.
Okay, ready? Why do you have AMC?
Not because of the evaluation.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Ask me where I think it's going.
What do you think it's going?
I see AMC going up to at least $56 within a few weeks, and it's currently at $40 right now. So that would be a 40% return stock alone. Where do you see AMC going?
Exactly there. dead on.
No
58 was mine.
Oh, I like that. It could definitely hit 58.
58 is where I see it going. It's an upward movement. And if you really talk to the apes, right? And I am an ape.
Okay.
So AMC 8, holding strong, holding long. I absolutely, actually, and I'm being honest. Now, before I say that, I have to put this disclaimer on.
Yes, please. Another disclaimer.
AMC is not if you cannot at this point invest money that you cannot afford to lose, good people. So I am not telling you to go buy AMC right now. So make sure you keep this on the video, right? And it is not based on evaluation. And I am in it for the movement, right? I am in it for the movement, but I'm in it to make money. Okay. I do believe eventually.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, here it comes.
I do believe.
I see the smile.
Eventually.
Oh, 100. Is that what you're about to tell me?
That
I read your mind.
Yes.
Oh my God, there it is.
Yes.
I see where you're going. Now let me
it's going to take time.
Yeah, let me tell you why I might agree with you.
Yeah,
I might agree with you.
But for people that's jumping in and going, oh, it's going to be $10,000 to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. I hate to the moon anymore. And they have no technical, no financial, no backing, no, just nothing. You just grabbed a number out your butt. Then I don't like that. But I believe that this is a dark horse event. This is a black swan event. Yeah. This is one of those. I watched GameStop.
Right.
And I'll just be honest with you. I do a lot of psychology trading.
I love that.
I do a lot of psychology trading. So one morning, I don't know how much time this is, but I got to tell a story really quick.
Yeah, please.
One morning, I'm like shaving the goatee, and I'm early pre-market.
Right.
I got CNBC on the TV blasting, and then on the radio, I got Fox Business going.
Okay, excellent.
And they're going. So GameStop had made the run, and then it fell back down.
Okay.
Right. And it was started going back up pre-market. Yeah. I'm listening to Kramer and the pre-market thing, and I'm shaving, and I go, "Hey, hon, how much was that ring you was looking for?" And she was like, it's not my thing. It's not really my thing. She said, well, I saw a ring that I like. It was about $500. I said, no, more. I saw another one. It was like, it's too much. It's $1,200. It's not my birthday or anything. I was like, no, more. She's like, well, I saw this was about $1,800. I was like, okay. 20 minutes before the market opened.
Yeah.
I'm looking at GameStop. I bought it.
And where was it at about?
I forgot.
Okay.
But I know exactly how much I made.
Okay, excellent. That's the best
10
part.
minutes. So 20 minutes before. 20 minutes before the market opened.
Right.
5 minutes before the market opened, I sold it.
Okay, excellent. Because we take profit.
And we run.
Right?
You got to know when to hold them.
We'll do that while you've
know when to fold them. Know when to walk away and know when to get the hell out of there.
Right. Always got to take.
All right. So I cashed out at $1,800. That's what she said.
And she got the ring
in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Before the market even opened. Why? Was it because I thought the evaluation? No. I knew what the herd was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was acting like a hedge fund.
There you go. He's taking profit.
I did what the hedge funds is
psychology doing. Trading. So
it's psychology trading.
So the fact that you mentioned that, now I use that in almost all of my videos. Yeah. I talk about who would be buying certain derivatives or stock at certain points. So let's talk about something real quick. We were talking about crypto.
Yeah.
Do you know that the U.S. government is thinking about coming out with a U.S. crypto coin?
Yes, I heard Jerome Powell say that. And I will tell you guys, that's good news if you're holding crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one's going to want U.S. crypto but your great-grandparents. They're going to see that.
It's like a savings bond.
Absolutely. And all it's going to do is add legitimacy, more legitimacy to the overall crypto market. And they're going to say, hey, if they're trying to do it, then this crypto must be safe. And they're going to go and buy the real thing. Why would I buy a carbon copy when the real thing is right in front of me?
And cryptocurrency stands for decentralized currency. And what does the government do?
They want to
centralize
centralize
your
it.
currency. So that's just,
Exactly.
I mean, is that
It's
just
just
crazy?
crazy.
Now, here it is to me. It's
Yeah.
the psychology of trading, right?
Right.
They want to jump on the bandwagon. They've been fighting crypto for a number of months, probably even a year or two if we date it all the way back. So they're fighting a losing battle. They're finally jumping on board, is what I think.
Okay, let me say this. Tesla's out there, right? Okay, Tesla is the true EV. And General Motors finally go, okay, y'all got us. We've been dependent on oil. We got in bed with the oil companies 100 years ago. You got us. We've had this technology. Okay, you busted us. We're going to give you guys electric vehicles too.
Right.
Uncle, okay?
Or Ford too. The
Yeah,
F-150,
and Ford too.
the most popular
Exactly.
truck. They're like, yeah, we can make it so you can plug it in if you really want it.
We could do that too. You know, we had this technology first.
Yeah, we just didn't use it.
We just didn't use it because we were in bed with the oil companies.
Right.
All right. So now so what people are saying to GM and Ford is, I just buy a Tesla.
Yeah, exactly. Or Lucid, right? Those are some
Lucid Motors, which I'm heavily invested in.
Oh, you are. They've had quite a run. Oh,
Yes.
All right. How could you ride the elevator?
Listen, I made more money on SPACs last year. I'm going to tell you something that you won't believe.
I lost more money on SPACs last year. I don't talk about SPACs or biotech companies.
Yes. I was the SPAC king. I knew because I knew how to exploit SPACs.
Oh yes.
Now
I wish I knew you last year.
Actually, do I do SPACs this year?
Okay, sir.
Absolutely.
Do you do SPACs this year?
No, because SPACs have changed. I'm in one SPAC, and I'll give you guys that SPAC, which is now the merger already happened. Volta, VLTA.
I don't know that one.
It is I bought it at $9.28 a month ago.
Right, and we all know the SPAC starts at $10, and it either fluctuates up or down.
I
So
bought it
$9.28
at $9.28.
Right. Okay.
I could have turned around and says, "I want my $10,"
right,
and they would have had to give it to me.
Okay.
So I bought a couple of thousand.
Risk versus reward.
There was no risk.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
It's 12. Last I looked, it was like 12.50.
Okay.
In a month.
But that's not 100%. We want 100%.
Yeah, we want
you all want
100%.
25%.
Right.
That's nothing.
Right.
They make fun of me for 25%.
But here's the deal about it.
Please.
They could get part of the infrastructure bill.
Okay.
Then that,
which again hasn't passed yet. They're still talking about infrastructure. When we've invested in the infrastructure stocks, we rode them up. We sold them off. We let them go down. We rode them up. We got NUE, AA, CLF, ex-US Steel, one of my favorites. Every time US Steel goes down to like $22, $23, I'm buying US Steel. It goes up to 25, 26. I'm selling US Steel.
Yeah.
All right.
So Volta right now I bought it at $9.28.
I can't even tell you how much his account value is.
$9.28, and it's $12.40 now as we
Yep. Indeed, right? What's the percentage on that one? Because let me tell you why I do percentage.
The percentage is 33.61%.
Okay, 33%. Now let me tell you why I do percentage. Because I don't care if they're trading a small account of $100 or a large account of $10,000. If they're having a return where they're like, I made 33% today, so that takes an account up from 100 to 133. 33% the next day. So now they're like 172. 33% the third day, they're up over 100%. When you compound that, it comes out to about 115%. So you're thinking actually only 100. No, you get the extra 15%. So small piles equal big piles. Smart investing. There's no need to ride the elevator up and back down.
Yes. And do proper profit taking. Proper profit taking.
I like that one.
The problem with most new investors is they don't profit. They have no exit plan.
That's exactly it. They're bag holders.
They're just bag. They hold.
That's what I call them. Bag. If you don't have a strategy, you might be making money, but you're holding the bag.
But the truth of the matter is if you're trying to hit 100, 200, 300%, the person that's just taking 30% pops and running with it, he's going to outperform you all day long. At the end of a long period, he's going to outperform you. Even the guy that lowers his margins and says, I'm going to make this much, and I make this much more times, he's going to outperform you over 5-10 years.
Right.
Because you're gonna lose a lot of that bag holding the bag.
Yeah.
You run up and then you run down. You run up, you're just trying to time the market.
I got a good example for you. I did a video a couple days ago. It's called Probability in Soda. But probability, I trade at 90%. 90% of my trades are profitable. So what it is I make one trade. I'm 90%. I'm probably going to call myself a winner that day. But by the time I make the 5th trade of the day, even trading at 90%, my ratio comes out to about 53%, where it's like flipping a coin. Is my last trade going to be successful or not? So why enter into that? That's what I'm talking about. Winning mentality. You call yourself a winner today. You come back tomorrow. Do it again Monday. Do it again.
The longer you have a stock, actually, the longer, unless it's your high growth portfolio. But if you're day trading or swing trading.
Oh yeah, I'm completely talking about day trading, but I understand the difference. Yes.
So day trading, the longer you have that equity, the longer you have the risk. It's all about managing your risk. Once you buy it, it's about managing your risk. The longer you have it, the more risk is involved.
And the same is true with everything in life.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you have a car longer, more chance it's going to break down. You got an old house. Not good. Not good. Well, listen. I appreciate everybody for tuning in right now. I appreciate Larry for joining us right now. This is great. And everybody have a great day. No, we're going to still go.
We're going to go.
Okay.
Your guy's saying no. Keep going.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So let me talk about real quick how I used to manipulate stocks. Okay. Because I know there are different ways to manipulate stocks, and I talk about one way.
Can I say something about the SPACs?
Probably missed out on? Let's go with the SPACs first.
The money with the SPACs were in the warrants.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I bought the warrants.
And just if you could just simplify. Because
so the warrants on the SPACs. So let's say pre-merger, the SPAC went to $20, right?
Right. Well, a warrant probably gives this man an option to buy one share of stock at a certain price.
Exactly.
And then has something extra given into it.
Well, so the warrants were generally trailing the stock by about 60%.
Okay.
It was an easy mathematical thing that I came up with.
Now, can people do that for anything that they see, or do they have to? You must do your due diligence. You must read the warrant and what it's made up of.
What it's made up of.
Okay, so now, you just got lucky that you caught that one, or somebody?
No, I did that.
You read all
12
of yours.
times.
So you
on 12 different SPACs.
Okay.
I didn't care what the SPAC was.
So as soon as the SPAC comes out, you're reading the offer and you're reading the proposal,
and then I'm looking at the warrants. I'm looking at the price of the warrants. So generally, the warrants trailed the. Now, this is not what a warrant is, but this is how I made money with the warrants. 12 different times. Never lost.
Okay.
So the warrants, and I did the same thing with Lucid. So Lucid,
by the way, it's great to talk about making money, because everybody talks about their struggle. So okay, so you did it a bunch of times on Lucid.
Yes, it was once I did it, it was like it was easy money. So if the warrant was if Lucid stock price was $20,
okay,
the warrant price wasn't $10. It was like 8.
Right, 60%. Sure.
Right. Every time the warrants was trailing where it was like $4 and it was $20. Okay. The warrants were underpriced. Gotcha. And it was because it was tradable just like.
So you have a watch list where you have warrants on your watch list?
Exactly. So
that's great.
Here's what I did in front, and this is how my page grew by like 50,000 one month.
Okay. Yes, this man is very popular on YouTube. In case no one knew about that.
I said, look, and I was showing my portfolio. I say I put $25,000 in the worth of Lucid stock, and I put $25,000 in the warrants.
It's such a great idea.
And then every day, like the SPAC would, the price of the stock would be up like 10%.
It would narrow.
Right.
The spread would narrow.
They would narrow.
Right. The spread's narrow.
And then there were days when when the stock was up by 50%.
Yep.
And the warrants were up by 100% because I kept buying it every time the spread got down. And I did that on every SPAC, and I made more money. As a matter of fact, the last SPAC that I was in at the end of the year last year, I just bought all once and didn't buy none.
And you're only in one right now, because I was going to ask you got any good tips for us right now? But I remember you said you're in Volta right now, right?
That's it. But they already had the merger.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, another SPAC that I've been following that had a merger was Cano, CANO, because I'm from South Florida, and it has to do with healthcare in South Florida. It went from $10 to $13 back to $11. I don't know where it is now, but I don't invest in SPACs. The other SPAC that I invested in last year was XL. I managed to lose a lot of money in XL. Man, that
XL.
might be one of the worst. Yeah, I got XL.
You got XL.
And the thing is, I keep my track
Yeah.
record versus certain stocks and options versus Tesla.
Right.
I am 13 wins and 2 losses. And we all know Tesla's dangerous. Versus XL, I have 0 wins. And I have 3 losses.
Well, I'll tell you,
it's like a losing bet. I'm like, here, take my money. It's almost like they're an
you,
institution.
I have like charge point.
Yeah.
I was up like 548%
Okay.
in charge point.
Right.
Because
you're talking about stocks. You like stocks more than options.
Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah.
And it was because I bought some of the warrants.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they convert over to the stock, and they give you.
But what I was doing was I was selling the warrants just like it was a stock.
Right.
I didn't even exercise.
Sure. Okay.
But in charge point, I did because I got some charge point for $6 a share. And it was like I was loading up because it was going to be charging stations.
You got any bad stories?
Yeah. I do.
I mean, I got more than everybody else, right? Because I'm usually early or late. I'm usually early.
Here's the bad story. I got greedy with Lucid.
And
it ran her up because
$62 I saw it went to, right?
I could have cashed out.
Oh, I don't want to hear. Okay, let me hear it.
150 grand.
Right. And
profit.
Right. Oh, that's yeah. But that's only profit.
I got in early. So you're thinking I'm buying this stock at $10 now.
Right.
It ran up to what was that?
It ran up to like 62, 68, 60. Yeah,
and I bought it at 10.
And then it went down to
because they messed up the evaluation.
Right.
And the day before now, it wasn't all bad. I sold half. I said it's over. I made a ton of money on the warrants because they were way overvalued.
Sure.
And that's what saved me. But I could have made 150K.
Right.
That's how heavy I was. Now I still made a lot of money with it, but I could have made a killing with it. That was the bad story.
So here's what I want to bring together, because we both talk about the psychology of trading here. So when you ride something up and you have max profit, which would have been like $68, and then it's going down, I know your mind is saying, man, it would have been great to sell at 68, and then it goes to 56, and you say to yourself, I could sell at 56, it's still good, but it might go back to 68. So do I hold? And then it goes to 52. So how do you deal with stuff like that? Because I'm talking about for everybody that's watching this, because everybody deals like, they're like, I could sell it for $10, I'm going to get greedy, and then it's 9, and they're still profitable. But do they sell at 9? Because I know people have problems with that.
You know what I've done ever since then?
Yeah.
And it's worked for me.
Okay.
I start squeezing a stop loss.
Okay, I like that idea.
I do a trailing stop loss.
Okay.
When I got profit that high, I'll have my trailing stop loss. Let's say I'll have it at 15%.
Okay, and a quick question. For your entire position, or do you have like sell half
once it gets up there?
Okay.
So there is no.
So once your smile's big enough,
exactly.
Once your smile's big enough, he lets his frown come in a little, but probably still have a 3/4 frown. It's like, a full speed pitch versus like a 3/4 speed.
So all stop losses are not created equal.
Sure.
So I tell people. So if I'm that profitable, when I get up that profitable, I start squeezing my trailing stop loss. I go from like 15% down to 10. And if it goes up a little bit, then I go down to 5. Because think about this.
Well, that's great, because you want to lock it in.
You're protecting yourself from yourself. Because your emotions will go, oh, it's still running. It's still running. You become your worst enemy.
That's true. Emotion.
When a stock is running. So to protect Larry from Larry, I start squeezing my stop loss. And then when it tanked, it triggered. Okay. And so that's what we have to do.
And then do you feel sad? Do you feel like you've lost a relative when you sell that stock?
No. You know what I do?
Yes.
I take it off my watch list.
That's what I do.
Take it off my watch list.
You know what? I have
because you'll keep going, but I could have had.
That's so funny.
Move on.
Glass half empty, glass half full.
I take it off.
I did that with Roku. So I heard someone in my platform made a comment about Roku the other day. They're like, look, I'm up 59%. I'm like, shoot. I don't even know what Roku's at right now. I used to love Roku. I got no clue.
Exactly.
No clue at all. Off my watch list.
I take it off my watch list.
That's crazy.
Because you're going to lose money.
I miss it though. I miss it.
I miss
it. I'm not going to lie.
But it's like driving a car. You don't drive. My dad taught me this. You don't drive a car looking into your rearview mirror. Your rearview mirror is this small.
I like that.
But your windshield is this big.
I like that.
Right? Because my mother used to do that. Oh, he's on my he's really close. My dad was like, honey, look at that way. Forget who's behind you, because he's gonna cause you to have an accident. And that's the truth.
Oh yeah.
Because so if you keep looking back at the money that you lost, you're gonna have an accident. You're gonna miss opportunity.
I have a lot of people who like to look back.
Yeah.
A lot of people who talk about what could have been. Now, what I tell them is each day starts fresh. So say you blew up your account. Let's just go to the people that blew up their account that want to give up on trading or something. I tell them, you start fresh. You're starting fresh with a new perspective. You have whatever money that you put aside, and you're trading that day alone. You're not looking, if you lost $5,000, to take $1,000 and make $5,000 the next day, because the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to lose that $1,000.
Exactly.
And the next time you go in, you'll go in with 500. You'll lose that.
Do you know when the next opportunity comes? Every freaking day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every single day, in a bear market,
Right.
in a bull market, in a correction, in a crash. It's a wheel that's rolling. For the last 27 years, I've learned it's a rolling wheel.
You know what I want to ask you, since you made that point, because the stock market is closed on the weekends, right?
Yeah.
Crypto is not closed.
24/7.
So you follow crypto. What is crypto's activity on the weekend? Because I used to remember, and this is when I followed crypto back in April, and I used to give my Bitcoin predictions every weekend.
It used to be moves on the weekend.
Oh, there used to be
always
moves.
move.
So it was like a Saturday rise, a Sunday drop, and by Monday morning it was right there. But I'm just wondering, do you still see patterns in crypto over the weekend? Because I don't trade it, but I know people out there do.
I see patterns in crypto.
Oh, there's different times.
There are different times.
Yeah, please.
And then it's in cycles. So a cycle will last for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the cycle changes.
Okay.
Then it'll last for 2 or 3 weeks. Then the cycle changes. And so now weekends and Mondays.
Okay.
It was Sunday night.
Right. It was. I remember that.
Sunday night.
And it was like
my
11
wife would laugh at
p.m.
me.
It was
So she'd be it'd be like
so your
3
wife is
o'clock
into
in the
crypto
morning.
too?
No.
Oh, she would just laugh at you.
And she's sleeping. She see this light from the, and I'll be like, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Now everybody's relating to you. He's dying. We got people over there laughing.
She's like, who is that? I was like, Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, let me ask you,
like,
Jake from have you ever dropped your phone?
Yeah.
So you're looking at the light, and all of a sudden it goes like this.
I'm trying to
and you're like,
dim the
oh
light. I'm like,
shit,
shoot.
the phone just dropped. And she wakes up, and you're potentially
She's
sleeping.
like, what are you
It's not
doing?
me. I
I
don't
was
know my
like,
phone's on.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, who are you talking to? Jake from State
It's
Farm.
fine if your crypto's
She's like,
up, though.
yeah.
If your crypto's down and you woke up to
Right.
turn on the light, you just woke
So
yourself up.
one day, I literally, I kid you not,
Okay.
12 o'clock at night, I'm getting in the bed. I made a purchase.
Okay.
All right. In crypto.
And you use a limit order when you make a purchase, right?
No, I just
Oh,
went
you
in.
just
I just
at
went
that
in.
time you just go in. Okay.
It was at my buy point.
Okay, got you.
And I just bought it.
Okay.
Right? And in my Coinbase app. That you could download the link on my page. No, I'm just joking. So,
No, please. I don't have links.
Yes.
This man uses.
Yes.
No, what do you
I use
were telling me
Coinbase
earlier
for
for
my
long term.
Yeah, my for long term.
Okay, so long term he uses Coinbase.
Yep.
You have a short term account too. What was that?
Short term, I use my Webull.
account for crypto
that's what
short term, right?
Yep. And those links are available on my page. Stock Up with Larry Jones. This is my new buddy. We
Love it,
don't
man.
hook
Love
up. Hey,
it.
this is cool, man.
Yeah, I like it. I talk
So-
options, you talk
so-
stocks. We can combine. we can
But
put
'cause I got a lot to learn from you,
Oh,
man.
good.
It's about options.
I appreciate that.
People always ask me about options. I say, I'm not your best guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start sending them over to
I
you.
appreciate that. I would rather
Yeah.
do something with you.
Okay.
And maybe we'll get something together. I
It
like
sounds
this.
good,
This
man.
is great.
See, I told people I know Joe Rogan. They didn't believe me.
Joe Rogan, baby.
So what I did was, she said, Larry, put it down and go to sleep. You can't do this all night. And blah, 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 blah. And I showed her. She said, what's that?
Always
I was
positive.
like,
man.
this is how much I made since I went to bed.
Right.
She's like, as you were. And she just went.
I mean, that's crazy.
She literally said,
Crypto
as you
used to
were.
move. Crypto used to. Okay, let me ask you a question because I was not in crypto. I had warned people a couple weeks prior when crypto took that haircut, like that 40% haircut.
Yeah.
Were you still in any crypto, or you were? And did you get out, or did you write it down and then buy more?
Can I bless your audience?
Oh, please, please,
I'll tell you
please.
something. I'm going to tell you how I'm up 400% in all of my crypto.
Yeah.
And my people who've been following me know I'm telling the truth.
Yes. And just to say, we ran into someone earlier today, and the guy was saying, I bought all these coins that you told me about, and he was killing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know crypto, but you know crypto. That's awesome.
What's easy with crypto, I want you to think about if you saw a baby falling out of a window, do you run away from it or do you run to it? you run to it.
I'm
right?
catching
you bet you want to catch the baby. Right?
I'd probably catch it with one hand. I'm so good.
Treat crypto the same way, and only run to it when it's falling.
Oh, I like that.
When crypto crashes more than 30%, believe it or not,
Right. And it'll happen again because we all say it's never going to happen.
It
but
happens all the time with crypto.
Right.
Crypto falling 30% is a Tuesday.
Right.
With crypto.
Okay.
It's not stocks.
Right.
That was the only time we bought. That was the only time we were buying.
That's great.
And then if it goes for 2 months and never does it again, we sit back and wait.
Now when crypto fell 30, when it fell, did you take whatever money you had inside? You said that's what's going in crypto, or did you put in like half that money? You said, okay, I have 100, I'm putting 50.
I do.
Okay.
I do just that. So because we don't want to.
Because I get nervous, right? If it's falling, I'm like.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
Especially when we had that crypto crash,
right?
What is that?
All of them went down, right?
I took the money that I was waiting on a dip,
right?
And I saw that as a humongous blessing,
right?
Because within hours it rebounded 50% of the fall.
That's
hours,
true. Right?
And so I bought, and I showed my audience,
right?
I said, let's look at what was oversold the most. And we went, I think it was not XRP, but it was one of the stocks.
Right.
And I was like, this one is beat down the most. Knee-jerk reaction, I'm loading up. And I loaded up, and within hours, I was up 27% in hours.
That's amazing.
And so was a lot of the followers.
I'm in one crypto right now.
And you know what you could have did right then?
Yeah, what's that?
Sold it.
Of course. I'm kind of scared to tell you about my one crypto right now because I don't know if it's up or down from where I bought it.
Wait.
You could
I'm
try
gonna
and
act like
it.
these are the white gloves.
Yeah.
If it's
it's a decent one, I think.
Okay, if it's SHIB coin
or
Doge, I'm gonna go.
No, it's not one of those. It is VET, and I'm in at 9.5 cents, 9.6. Okay, I don't know if that's good. I know it was up to 14, but then I know it came down to like 11 or something like that. Yeah.
If Solana
but I can see you like laughing at me like 9.5 cents.
Solana goes back down.
Yeah. Let's see where it is.
If Solana goes back down to $125, I'm buying more.
Okay.
I can't tell you guys what to do.
Right.
I got
Solana,
in my Webull app.
I
have a buy order to buy
10 cents
Cardano at $2.
Right.
It in the last 3 days, it bought in twice.
Okay.
So I bought it in.
And you buy the same amount each time,
Cardano,
or are you?
I'll be honest with you. I bought 12 Cardano.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, so people are probably looking at you like this dude has a lot of money.
I bought 12. No, 12,000.
Oh, okay. I thought you were buying 12 Cardano. I'm like,
but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter for me. That's what I'm saying.
Cardano.
I was just going to prove the point. I was going to say, you buy whatever you can afford to leave in there.
Because let me tell you
with crypto, how long do they leave crypto in there? Forever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so far. You just
you
transfer one
just
to the other,
transfer one
basically.
to the other.
I used to use crypto as an ATM. When Bitcoin used to go up, I used to pull out a couple $100 every weekend and just use it. Yeah.
So in my Coinbase account, that's my whole loan. Because when the next bull cycle comes,
right?
What people don't understand about crypto is,
you're thinking about it. I see your smile.
The next bull cycle, the whatever the previous height was, that's not even the floor of the next bull cycle.
It's going to be strong.
So even if you get caught in crypto winter comes, you're good. Just sit back and chill. It's going to be better than having your money in a bank.
Let's talk about Bitcoin real quick, okay? Because everybody at the beginning of the year was saying Bitcoin, and I was saying it. I was actually predicting 120,000 by the end of the year, and we're still not at the end of the year, and Bitcoin's at what, like 40, probably 4,000.
And the bullwhip is what I call it. Bullwhip hasn't even happened yet.
So where do you see? Yeah, I was going to say 44.6. It's 44.666 right now. I'm still going on, and I'm going to put my crypto reputation online, which isn't much, and I'm going to say Bitcoin 95,000 by the end of the year.
I would say that
I'm crazy.
I'm with you.
Oh, I like that.
No,
I love to be called crazy because I'm a contrarian.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I actually on this bullwhip I do, and here's what I'm planning on doing. If there's another crash,
right?
If it gets down into the 30s, I'm selling some stock or whatever, and I'm buying an entire. I'm buying an entire Bitcoin. I don't have an entire Bitcoin. I got way more money in altcoin.
Right, sure.
Okay, and I'm not going to sell anything. I'm just going to buy. I just don't like the sound braggadocious. I hate when these.
No, I like that. Well, listen, Kathy says Bitcoin's going to be 500,000 in a couple of years.
Yeah. You know what?
She also says oil's going down to $17 a barrel.
She also, but here's let me tell you something about Kathy Wood.
Pretty smart.
I bought Tesla at 500, and I was like, what did I do? What did I do? I never, I'm like $10 stock. I like that. I like $10 stock.
Right.
And I was like, I just paid $500 for one share of stock. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
And then 3 weeks later, $700. 3 weeks later.
Oh, that was the whole run last year where every day it went up 5%.
Then a week later is $900. Right. And then I bought 4 more at $900. And then I'm going, so now I had a total of 10.
Nothing worse feeling. Right. You're like, I could have bought it for 5. I'm paying it 9 now.
Kathy Wood said $2,000. I just remember Kramer and them beating her up.
Now she says 3.
Wait a minute. I sold it pre-split.
Okay.
A month later for $2,100 a share.
Yep, I remember
that.
So my
average was $780 a share.
Yep,
$780 a share, and I sold it for $2,100. I sold it right at the top.
I get it. If I started my platform a year earlier, I tell people, I say, you know what Bitcoin is going to do in 2021? It's going to do what Tesla did in 2019, but 2020. It made a lot of people millionaires.
Here's where I think everybody ought to own a Bitcoin.
Yep.
And this is what I'm saying. You could wait until crypto winter hits because Bitcoin could be 20,000 in crypto winter.
I've heard 18. Some people say
it could be 18.
I think the lowest might be 33 if it ever retracts. But
so I'm really waiting.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to wait too long.
Sure.
Here's why. There's more millionaires than there are Bitcoin.
Right.
Every millionaire is going to want a Bitcoin.
Oh, no doubt.
And that's going to make the price because it has a limited. Bitcoin is like gold. Yeah. There's only a certain amount, and that's it. That makes the value go. It's the opposite of fiat currency.
Right.
We can just get a printing machine.
There's 21 more. You got 21 million Bitcoin, and they farmed all those Bitcoin machines. They farmed 18.5 million Bitcoin. Right. Oh, exactly. Not to mention the amount of Bitcoin that's lost. Supply and demand. I used to talk about Bitcoin, all the illegal activities it was used for. But the point is, it's supply and demand. If you go to the grocery store and there's only 1 dozen eggs and 20 people want one single egg, there's not enough for everybody. Price would shoot up.
When people say, but Bitcoin is, they use it for, elusive things.
Moving money, online gambling.
Yeah, you know what? The oldest profession in the world.
Yep.
Prostitution.
They accept
has
Bitcoin?
Been paid
in Bitcoin?
No, it's been paid for with cash.
Oh, how about a Shiba? Do
they take Shiba? Ransom.
They take Dogecoin? I got a lot of Doge.
The history of the world. All of the ransom was paid for by what? Cash.
That's true.
So
and gold, probably
and
gold
and cash. So So they said, they accepted payment in Bitcoin. We've been using cash for thousands of years.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Like it doesn't hold weight.
That's the argument simplified right there. Just simplified.
It's simplified.
Right. I mean, what made gold valuable?
Yeah.
The scarcity.
The scarcity.
What made platinum valuable? Scarcity. Yeah. Same thing. Remember,
when's the last time you saw a bank robber going there? Give me your Bitcoin. No, he's like hand over the cash.
That'd be classic.
Hey, give me your Shiba coin.
If that movie comes out in the AMC theater, I'm going to watch it, man. I'm going to watch it.
Put all the ship coin and small tokens in this bag. Put the Dogecoin in this bag. Hurry up. Man, dude, you got me on 10.
It's classic, man. It's classic. I love this.
You ever in Chicagoland area, man?
Oh, I've never been to Chicago.
Man, you got to come kick it, man.
New York is my home, but then Miami is my home now.
Forget it.
I would come visit you in Chicago, no doubt.
I love New York.
But we'll definitely connect.
My brother-in-law he lives in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Listen, everything's being redone. I've been back to New York once in the 11 years I've been gone. It was the same thing. The same
way.
Where
are you now?
I'm in Miami.
Man.
I'm in Miami.
Oh, my brother lives in Miami, man.
Who does?
Yeah. Okay. I just left there.
Okay, well then we'll talk.
Cool.
All right. Well, listen, everybody. Oh yeah, you want to do some questions?
Yeah,
why not? Let's take some questions. Yeah, these people. Usually, I do a series. And we give everybody about 20 questions. Sometimes they talk about stocks or what we're thinking about or stuff like that. But they can talk about whatever they want. I'm sure people are here for you.
Here's a crypto question: do you think Shiba could ever hit 0.01?
I'm sorry. That's great, classic. Oh, I'm going to carry him out right now.
I'm going to tell you 2 coins.
Well, no, what do you think about Shiba? People like honesty.
Okay.
If you think it's a piece of crap, you tell them.
They call it the SIT coin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to tell you 2 coins that are the most overhyped coins ever in the history.
Oh, I know it.
That's the SHIB coin and Dogecoin. I would tell you I've probably got, this is no joke, at least 10,000 people ask me the same questions over and over.
Sure.
So I made a post the other day where I showed Solana was up 300% in 1 month. Yeah. And Dogecoin was frozen.
Right. That's how it always looks, right?
It was just frozen.
But when they go down.
For that same month. Right. And I'm going, everybody's monotoned on SHIB and Doge.
Right.
And you're missing 300% gains.
It's all marketing.
It doesn't. So what I'm answering your question. Don't look at the price of the coin. Mm-hmm. Look at the percentage you're making on your money.
Right.
If you got $10 and you had that $10 in a coin that went up 300%, it's still 300% on your $10.
That's right.
So don't look at the price of the coin. Look at how much money, the percentage you're going to make on it.
Right.
Right. And so that's what Berkshire Hathaway taught me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. Don't look at the price of the stock. Look at how much that joker's going up.
Right.
Right?
I don't think he likes altcoins, though.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's a little old for us.
So I would tell you that I'm not the best one for that because I really don't gauge. I don't spend any time with SHIB, and I don't spend any time with.
Okay, so he's not a fan.
So I'm not a fan.
It's
diversify,
fair.
But I want you to look
at. You have to apologize for not being a fan of his coin.
Did I called out all of the coins that I'm in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So listen, go back to and look at the top 7 coins that I suggested that I was in.
Right.
Because then I want you to go to a chart and look at how these coins
have reacted
in the last 3 months.
Perfect.
And then you look at how SHIB has grown in the last 3 months, and there goes your answer.
Right. 2 more questions. Let's go.
What's up with Solana and Cardano?
Now that's a great question. So I'll tell you one thing that's big with Solana. What's big with Solana is you got NFTs on their network, right? Just like Ethereum. Right. And here's why Solana is running up. I bought Solana 8 weeks ago at $100 and it ran up to $200 like in a week.
And you're still holding though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, just to clarify.
No. What I did was I sold.
Okay.
I sold at 100% in a week. And now I just bought back in at $125. So
because nothing goes straight up
or down. But I believe, so with crypto, my theory is I want to be in the fastest moving car. And eventually I will sell out and I will invest more into the more stable coins. And so that's how I was able to take $2,400 and turn it into $100,000. I stay in the fastest moving car.
Right.
Okay. So I'll tell you what I did. Well, let me answer her question first. Number 1, institutional buy-in. That's what's going on with it. The number 1 coin that institutions are buying right now is Solana, and then Cardano, because Cardano just had their smart contracts.
You know, where do you find this information? Because that's what they're asking.
There's a lot of information. Is there
a specific site?
There's specific sites.
So you might Google something like, I want to find out what institutions are buying in the altcoin world.
Exactly.
Stay away from the ads.
Right.
And then find the next
suggestion. Don't just chase. Here's why I kind of don't want them to do that because manipulation.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You understand that sometimes institutions do this to manipulate you. And have you buy it up, right?
Only for them to sell into you.
Only for them to drop it.
Right.
Okay. And that's what institutions do to take your money.
Right.
Okay. So be careful with it. But when they're doing it quietly, that's when you can make the money. So I do that on a swing trade.
You know, some people think that institutions do that, force a stock or an altcoin down on purpose. And they're like, why would they do that? Because they own the coin. No, they're actually selling into the market. They're looking for the peak. Yes. When I talked to you guys about max profit, they're selling at the peak. They're not forcing it down to make the coin look shitty. They're trying to get max profit.
And then when a big whale sells,
you see what happens.
You see that red
you see-
candle, it starts to drop.
Right. You want to get out before the whale, and you want to get in
Yeah.
before the whale.
And the truth be told, then they can turn around and short it. They can ride it up and ride it down.
Oh yeah, they got derivatives play. They got options play on all these different cryptos now. Let's get another question. Yes, please.
Everybody's asking this. Thoughts on market direction for tomorrow?
Oh, okay.
I don't do day by day.
Okay, I can kick it off then.
I called this weekend.
Yeah.
Now I called this weekend perfect. I said, hey, Friday was going to be. I said I wouldn't be trading Friday. Even in crypto, there might be some downward pressure.
Right.
And I also said Monday is not looking good. Monday, as we know, was a very red day. I think that we still need to be careful, even though the Dow is up almost like 600 points a day. I think we still needs to be careful of this week. I know tomorrow's Friday, right? Because I'm scared because it could be a bull trap.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll tell you guys what I think in 1 second. Yeah, no doubt.
You know, with the Fed coming out, saying what he said right now, it was kind of an exhale moment. The market reacted good to what the Fed said. But I'd like to hear what you.
Okay, so we're gonna bring it back to last Tuesday because I've called 7 straight days. I said last Tuesday, 2 out of the 3 next days were gonna be red. So Wednesday was green. Then we had Thursday red. Friday was the sell-off. Quad witching, which I mentioned the UVXY would be spiking, spiking, 10 to 12%. Monday was red as a continuation. Then I came on Monday and I said, don't be surprised when Tuesday's green. Tuesday's green. Tuesday night I came on. Don't be surprised when Wednesday's green. Thursday green. I told you in advance 2 days ago. Friday we're gonna sell off. So I'm only going off my streak right now. If I'm staying with my gut,
my gut
Friday
tells me
off.
Friday is a sell-off too. I didn't want to say it, but I just this week,
it's a psychology. People like to take their profit before the weekend.
But
the market's been beat up for 2 weeks. This week's the first week where it's turning around. So people say, you know what? I'm going to take it off the table. Let's say something happens over the weekend. Who knows what can happen? There's so much craziness.
Hey, I came up in the west side of Chicago and I got bit by a dog, right?
Okay.
And so and that's on my way to school. So now when I go by that house,
you walk across the street. That's amazing. I have a similar story like that too.
And so that's what Friday's looking like to me. Like I'm going across the street. I'm staying away from Friday.
Yeah, people used to call it Sell Off Friday, and I'd say that's ridiculous. Nobody sells off just because it's Friday. But you know what? After people told me week after week after week after week, I actually see it. I see it. It happens now.
True.
So I stay away. I make 1 or 2 trades. I call myself a winner. And I start the weekend. No YouTube tomorrow because I take Fridays off.
I tell you, I'm gonna start doing what you're doing. I'll tell you this, and for those that know, I haven't done this in months now because I'm a true ape. But with AMC and the short squeeze, because I was making money off of the herd, before I became a true ape months ago, many months ago now. But
you were just taking profit and going back in.
It was such an easy pattern.
I got you.
Every Friday. It was such an easy established pattern. And I actually made a video about it and I had to took it down because the apes got on my case. And I was like, you know what? Do I really want trading better for my daughter?
Right.
For my nephews and my nieces?
Right.
Do I really want to level the playing field?
Sure.
And I just took a stand and I stood with the apes and I said, I do.
Yeah.
And so I'm in heavy. I'm in AMC heavy. And I haven't sold 1 share in many months now. And I'm just holding in my convictions. Everything is not about money.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I love that you said level the playing field.
Yeah.
Because when I created my platform, I said I'm here for 2 reasons: to simplify and to level the playing field. Because it's simple as that.
Yeah, it is.
That's it. I like that we have the same mentality to help the retail, the blue collar trader, the person who's working a hard job. I got people on oil refineries who have no cell service, and they're like, "How do I trade?" I'm like, "You plan in advance."
So I'm interracial. My wife is white. And,
wait, you're black?
And no, I'm Italian.
Oh, okay.
No, you're Nigerian, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like you, Eddie Murphy. He's coming to America. Coming to America 3. Eddie coming out in movies. So
AMC theaters.
AMC theaters.
Oh, Adam just tweeted me. He's in.
Let's do it, guys.
He's gonna put up the money. We're gonna shoot it.
Come here, King of Let me stop. What's my point? You got me off.
All right. our point is we thank everybody for joining us.
Yes.
This is great. Hopefully, Larry and I'll do something like this again. This is a lot of fun, man.
This was a lot of fun, man. This was
All right.
cool.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yes.
Again, if you need links to, what was it, Binance or
But no, not
Binance. We don't do Binance. Let's scratch that out. Go visit Larry's page.
Coinbase and Webull and BlockFi.
And BlockFi.
Yeah. BlockFi actually pays you. I just had a meeting with those guys. They actually pay you interest on your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. 4.5% and 5%. And 5%.
Yes, if you're holding for a while, why not?
If you're holding, why not? And stablecoin.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not getting that with a bank. As a matter of fact, some people are just purchasing stablecoin at BlockFi and just holding it and
right there.
making 5% interest on it.
If we can help everybody else gain a little more efficiency, make 5% extra here, 4% here, that's what we do on our trades.
And
if you can save
stablecoin never loses value.
That's
for
great,
those of you that don't know, it stays $1 US. It never loses value. It doesn't gain, but it doesn't lose. So it's a good way to have your money and just make interest and not worrying about the market.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, everybody.